work, desire to work, and you truly want to work, not because you're trying to make a living and hardly doing that. Okay, I have been that person that have worked a lot of jobs to make ends meet, but now I do everything that I do now because I love it and because I desire to do it. And just so happens I get paid to do it. Right? So I pray streams over your life. I pray that you're able to learn this skill, whether you love it or not, or even if you don't desire to take it long term. Take it and give it to someone else. Again, this is Trade Day in the Kingdom Currency. I'm excited that you're here, and I'm excited to trade with you.
All right, family. Shout out to everybody who came back for week 2. If my computer for some reason starts to go slow, just let me know. I'm gonna go through the PowerPoint briefly. Again, Trey Gaines Kingdom Currency. Man, what a journey this trading journey has been. Ups and downs, highs and lows. Just a little backstory. I think my first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks, one of those. I was on my way back from Commerce, Georgia, and checked my phone. I was up. I think I was up $100 and something, and then I started doing HFX, which is what we do now, and I made 1,400 in a minute. 2 minutes, I think it was a 3-minute trade actually, 1,403 minutes, and that's when my life changed. I was like, wow, this is. Let's just say, let me be honest, made the 1,400, but I had nothing to show for it because I tried to do it again, and we know how that went. All right, so because of how fast because of how fast money can be made, it can also cause a sense of greed that you can get it so fast. So let me just keep trying. So that's another thing. That's why it's the biblical side and the spiritual side of trading is honestly it's going to expose a lot of greed. It's going to expose a lot of lust. It's going to expose a lot of things in us that will hopefully strengthen your relationship with Holy Spirit, because he's going to definitely help you through this trading journey. You'll feel him telling you to stop. You'll feel him telling you, don't get in here, all these good things based on the strategy that we done, all that good stuff. But for a long story short, I'm not afraid to say this. Kingdom Currency, I want to help believers. I don't like seeing believers struggle. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. I want to see us seek his righteousness and watch these things be added to us. I want to see us build the kingdom financially. I want to be able to see you see a church in need of a whole bathroom and you be able to just give it to them. I want to see, of course, you be able to supply for your family. I want to see a church doing a building fund. They need 75K and you just give 25K. I want you to be able to be at the restaurant. The waitress gave you horrible service. I'm talking about horrible, and you still tip a 1,500. And as the Bible say, heap coals on them. Showing the wow. I treat them like trash. They still sold 1,500. I was telling L at the circus, a guy in front of us, it was his birthday. I said, I would love to just tap him on the shoulder and be like, bro, what's your cash out? Cash out him 1,000 right there on the spot. Not even think twice about it. That's my goal. That's my vision. That's what's gonna happen. Period. And so, but it is a process. It takes discipline. If I'm being honest, I taught this class Monday. If you see my account, it was at $50. Got it to 360 over the weekend. Got it to 360 over the weekend and decided to go big. Let's just say I text Brian Brown this morning. I said, bro, I was at 360. Bro, I'm at 48 cents. So I don't want you to think that I'm outside of you. I don't want you to think I'm over. Can I trade $1,000 account? Can I trade? Yes, these things rise, these things happen. But if you stay disciplined, all right, that's enough of that. I want to start off with, before we go to the before we go to the PowerPoint, I want to go to a thing we call compound daily. Okay, I want to show you what discipline can get you if we truly, and I'm gonna do mine. I'm gonna do what I'm currently working on. So $50, where I was working last week, if I would have just been disciplined, right? So $50, I want to do I want to make, let's just say we want to make 10% a day. And the wedding is in about 41 days. I'm gonna say 40. I'm gonna say 40 days. Let's see if I can just make 10% off of $50 for 40 days. Let's see where I can be calculated. All right, so I can be at $2,263, right? That's if I just make 10% a day. Okay, if I make 10% a day. So right here, this chart shows me exactly, how much I need to make tomorrow. All right, I need to make $5 tomorrow, and the next day I need to make $5.50. Now, I can't tell you how many charts I have printed off. I can't tell you how many charts I've printed off, right? But hey, if you have discipline, it's doable. My mentor Jay Cash, he just took a $200 account to 20K. It's doable. It's definitely doable. It just takes discipline. You get to your 650. Let's just say you get to your 650 in 5 minutes. You're like, dang, it only took me 5 minutes to make this $5.50. Man, let me just try it again and see if I can get to the next day. No, be disciplined one day at a time. Okay. That's easier said than done. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's easier said than done. Well, let's say if I want to do 20%, which is what I'm doing currently. 20% is what I'm doing currently, right? So 20%. Now, these numbers look great. Look at that. $50. Come on. Can I get some ones in the chat? If you would love to take $50 to 73K in 40 days. That's insane, right? It's doable, right? We're making money in minutes, right? We're investing. We're investing in the foreign exchange market, right? So it's doable. It's 100% doable. It's just having that discipline to actually follow through with it. So this is called Compound Daily. You go to the financial calculator, click on Compound Daily Interest Calculator, and then you put what's in your account, and print it out. Put it right above your desk so you can mark it off. It feels good to mark it off. I actually have two accounts, one that I compound and one that I can actually just trade as much as I want to trade. So my goal is 20% on my compound account, and then I want to at least make $100 a day in the other account. And like if you start, let's just say you start at 1,000. Let's say somebody want to start at 500. 500. You start at 500. Let's say you want to make 10% a day for 40 days. You take that 500 to 22K, and if we're talking 20%, 20% of $500 account, you can take that to 734,000, right? So it's different ways, different avenues, And one thing that I've learned about trading, and especially been up under my mentor, who's a God-fearing man, Jay Cash. Follow him on Instagram, Jay Cash Investments. On YouTube, a God-fearing man, is that he talks about it so much, buying back your freedom. He was like, he's able to go do mission trips. He's able to go do things on his own time because he isn't having to work a 9 to 5. Is working a 9 to 5 bad? No, not at all. But if you're working a 9 to 5 that you don't like, now we talking, y'all with me. All right. So now let's get to the trading. Hopefully that helps somebody to see a little bit more of a vision concerning, where your money can go, where it can go. Do I have some accountability partners? Put some tools in the chat if you want to try to do a compound plan with me. Whew. All right. Okay, I see you, B. Hey, what Pastor talked about, we got to have that restraining power. We got to have that restraining power. We got to have that restraining power. Got to have it. Okay. If anybody hopefully nobody had trouble setting up their pocket options. If you did, just let me know. I will help. All right, let's start here. We're going to get into the chart tonight. All right. Hallelujah. Okay, time in the trade. Okay. All right. Looking at this, the time in the trade right here, this number up top. If you got your pocket options up, if you got your pocket options up, the yellow is the amount that you put in the trade. Remember, we're hedging, so our first trade should be $1, $2, 5, 11, 25, or 29. Okay, the bigger your account, the more you can hedge. Okay, the currency pair percentage. Listen, we're trading OTC pairs. Okay, so if you click right here, we're trading OTC pairs. Why trade anything less than 92? You know, that's just my philosophy. Brian asked me earlier, like, hey, you gotta we at 88% sure. I said I hate 91% sure. You playing, I want it, I want all I could get, you know. So, but anyway, if you see a gut set up on the 88 and you love that, that's cool. That's perfectly fine. Nothing against that. You can choose whatever you want to choose, but why not get the most for your buck? And it's not like it's only 2 or 3 92%. It's normally 10 to 15. All right, so this buy button, okay? Buy or higher button means if you can currently see, it says $2.69, and there's a little green line up under it. With that green line, we press that green button, which is the buy button, right? Which means we are looking for price to be above that green line when it hits this. Y'all see this long line going up right here? When this green line is done for, we're looking for price to be above that line to win this $10.92 right here. Whatever this $10, whatever that profit is right there. Now, if that was a red line, we would need, that means we would have pressed the sell button, and we're looking for price to be below that line at the end of that minute. All right, the currency pairs, pretty much, hopefully we pretty much know about that. Click right here, it'll show you. As you see, these are OTC pairs. OTC pairs are always going to be at the top because their payout is the highest, okay? So OTC, I normally put X, I'm click all these stars so that the OTC pair can be up here at the top. So if you look right here, all of these are starred because they're up here at the top. That way I can just click through to see what I really like, or if there's a setup that I really like. All right, chart type. Let's talk about the chart type. Make sure your chart says Fibonacci. All right, we're using Fibonacci candlesticks. We normally use the 1 minute. All right, and make sure just out of all of these, just make sure your timer is enabled. Okay, just make sure your timer is enabled. Okay, indicators. What indicators are we using? The ZigZag, the Keltner Channel, and the moving average. We're going to get into that in a little bit. Learning those. Not many people on the call, so we should be able to ask any questions that you have. I should be able to answer any questions, go into depth, and maybe even get in some trades together. All right, going back to the basics. Okay, made a little PowerPoint. Okay, 3 types of candles. Okay. I'll try to make it as simple as possible as far as the candles are concerned. Three types of candles. Buy candle, price is increasing. That means buy candles are also called flat bottoms. What does that mean? It's flat. There's no wick coming out of the bottom of it. It's flat. Flat bottoms or buy candle. Okay. Sell candles, price is decreasing, price is going down. Okay. Or we call it flat tops. Dojis, there's a wick coming out of both sides of it. Okay. Price is indecisive. Most of the time when you see a doji, price is about to change direction. Okay, so normally you'll see a lot of green candles going up, and then at the top you'll see a doji, which shows me price is about to change direction. All right, buy candle. All right, let's talk about the buy candle right quick. Okay, a wick. Wick equals rejection. Wick equals rejection. Wick equals price. Okay, so you got to think this whole candle is a price. Okay, so it opened down here. Then this is the body or the average time of the candle, candle. All right. This is where it closed. And then the wick is just a rejection. So the wick shows me how high price went during that minute, or if it's an hour candle, it shows us how far price went during that hour. That wick shows us, though, where did price reject? What spot did price hit and then come back down? Or if it's a sell, what price did price hit and then shoot back up? Okay. Sell candle, price is decreasing. Okay, sell candle. Okay, flat tops. Okay, flat tops, no wick. It opens where the flat part, that's where it opened at, the body, the average amount, the wick. Okay, wick equals rejection. That's where it closed at. Okay, we're making sure that we're realizing, okay, where is this wick? Where is the close? But most importantly, where is the close at? Because that's where the next candle is going to start. The next candle isn't going to start where the wick is. The next candle is going to start where that close. Okay. All right. Doji candle indecisive. The bottom of the wick is low. The body is the part of the candle that is filled with the color inside the rectangle, which this is the body, this is the body. All right. Pretty self-explanatory. There are wicks on both sides of the doji candle. Note with doji candles, the open and close is between the high and the low. Okay, the high and the low, the high and the low is between it. All right, so just looking at this, very basic illustration. Okay, we got buy candle, doji, sell candle, doji. Can anybody tell me? Let's see. Where's my chat? I can't see my chat. Can anybody tell me what this is? This right here, this candle and this candle together. What is that? Master candle setup. Yes, master candle setup. Okay, these are places. This is definitely a place where I would expect market to turn around. Okay, all right, let's go to the next thing. All right, so our indicators. Okay, first our 200 EMA. Okay, so when we look at the chart in a little bit, we're gonna look at that 200 EMA. All right, if that 200 EMA, here's the styles and the inputs. If you want to know it specifically, you know how to do that, or what are the inputs of the 200 EMA and what color and how thick is the line and all that good stuff. Okay. The 200 EMA gives me the direction of the trend. So like right here, we see that the 200 EMA is below the current price. The current price is right here, right? The 200 EMA is below that, which means, excuse me, number one, that the trend is a buy trend. Okay, so if the trend is a buy trend, then in our trades, we should be looking for buys, or we should be looking for when price is coming down. Can y'all get my camera on? When price is coming down to hit that middle Keltner and shoot back up. Okay, that's what we should be looking for, and vice versa. If the trend, if this candles were up under here, if they were up under here, then we will be looking for sales, right? Because if the 200 EMA is on top, then we're looking for sales. Okay, that makes sense. All right, if the current price is above the 200 EMA, we're looking for buys. If the 200 EMA if the current price is below the EMA, we're looking for sales. All right, next is ZigZag, which has become my favorite over the last week, because the ZigZag shows me my support and resistance. Remember, we talked about support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. Support is when price comes down, hits an area, and shoots back up. So this is a support area, right? Support comes back up, hits an area, that's a resistance. Okay, so my ZigZag shows me my support and resistance areas. Okay, so right here, I would assume, just based off of eye test, that this is a strong resistance, because there are 3 zigzags in this area, right? So And then I would assume that this is a pretty strong, because this zigzag didn't come as low, but I would assume that this is a pretty strong support area because price came down. Because remember, every candle is price, it's price. So price came down, you see this long wick, it rejected off of this price, came back up, rejected off of that price, came back down. So all of these wicks show a lot of rejection. And even right here, if you look right here where price is currently right there, but if you look right here, even though a zigzag hasn't truly formed yet, if you look to the left, this must be a strong area, because not only did it reject right here, but it rejected right here too. So when we look at our zigzags, let's put this in the chat. When you look at your zigzags, make sure you just put in the chat, look left, look left, look left, look left, look left. Okay, look left. Okay. All right. So if let's just say I see this zigzag, I'm gonna look left. Is there another place? Is there another zigzag in this area? Is there another place where price is turning around? So if I look right here, I'm like, okay, I got a zigzag on this candle right here. It's attached to this candle. All right, boom. Let me look to my left and see, is there any other touches in this area as well? And if I look, there's some touches in the area. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I got 18 touches in this area. This must be a very strong resistance, right? So right here, I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got about 7 touches to this support. So of course, this resistance is a lot stronger than this support. But I say, if you've taken notes, I say at least 4 to 5, 3 to 5 touches to be a strong support resistance. And the higher the time frame, of course, the stronger it is. So if this is a minute time frame, of course, all right. If this is a minute time frame, an hour time frame will be a lot stronger because there's more candles in that. Let me explain that right quick. So in a hour candle, so let's just look at the current price right here. This candle right here. If this is a minute candle, there's only one candle. That's only one candle. But if I have an hour candle, if it was on an hour time frame, and I'll show you that in a little bit. If this was an hour time frame, that would be 60 1-minute candles in that one candle. Well, I guess there's 60 second candles, 61-second candles in this 1-minute candle. But as far as the hour is concerned, it's 61-minute candles. So that would be it would be a stronger support. So if I find, basically what I'm saying is, if I find an area like this on the 1 hour, like this many touches on the 1 hour, it's going to be a whole lot stronger than this being on the 1 minute, for lack of better words. And I can explain that if that confuses anybody. All right, lastly, the one that we enter on our Keltner channel. Okay. All right, a Keltner channel, it shows you the trend as well. But most importantly, people like to trade the Keltner channel when it's in consolidation. Okay. You got buy trend, sell trend, and consolidation. Consolidation is when the market is kind of like just moving straight across. As you can see, this market is like kind of basically straight across right now. It's not going up or down. It's just, of course, you can see little buy trends and sell trends in here. But if you look at the Keltner channel itself, it's going side to side, not up and down. Let me see if I can find one right quick to show you just a quick example. Just a quick example. So you see how this one, like right here, okay, like this one right here, this Keltner channel is going down, right? That's literally showing me it's a sell trend. But if I look right here, it's going side to side, right? More so side to side. Even though you got the zigzags that's showing you this, right? More so it's going side to side than this one, if that makes sense. All right. All right, we'll talk about hedge trading a little bit. I want to get on the chart for a little bit to see if y'all have any questions. Let's see. I think I got some more. Okay, yeah, that's it. All right, let's get on the chart for a little bit. All right, let's ask some questions. All right, any questions so far?
I got a question. So, as far as the Keltner channel, so you would really kind of look at that more when getting into a trade as opposed to the ZigZag.
Yes, ZigZag, Sean, is really good for zones.
Okay.
Really good for, let me see if I can find a good one. Okay, this looks like a good one. Okay, so like when I mark up a ZigZag, so I'm gonna go the candle that the ZigZag is connected to. So this from this wick to the top of the candle or the bottom of the candle. Okay, so and then what do we do when we see a ZigZag? We look left. Is this a strong support? Yes, this is a very strong support, right? We see it came down, boom, hit. It hit the support, broke up. Hit the support, broke up. Came down, it didn't hit it, but it came close,
Right.
broke up. What did it do? It hit it again, broke up, right? So we see that this is a very strong support. So basically, I use my ZigZag shunt because we are hedge trading. I don't enter at the zone. I don't now. If you want to, you're an experienced trader, so if you want to enter and use hedge methods to because you've seen what it's done in the past, is hit, right? It's hit. I'm gonna hold on. Let me stop sharing on Facebook because my computer's starting to go a little slow, or it might be because of my computer about to die. Yeah, hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, so because it's a strong support and it's a great zone because it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It broke out of the zone and then came back to retest it and shot back up, came back to retest it again, came back right back into this zone. So, I know this is a very strong zone. Oh my God. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me stop live stream. All right. All right. We should be good now. All right. So now for me, Sean, I'm looking at this zone right here. Okay. So I'm looking at this zone, and now I'm waiting on this to hit this middle Keltner.
Okay.
So now the reason, let me explain this too, because it's getting a little deep, but I was telling Brian earlier. All right. When I'm entering on the middle Keltner, I don't want to just enter every time it hits. I want to get in on the first touch, depending on the direction that it's going in. All right. So let's say like this, it broke down, correct? Broke down, hit. Now, I would want to get in on this one.
Okay.
Not this one, not this one, not this one, not this one. Because it never, I mean, of course, if you would have got in, you would have won them, look like. But for the sake of the strategy, I want to give it time to actually, well, honestly, I wouldn't have got in because I wouldn't have got in because the blue 200 MA is below price, which means I'm only looking for buys. Correct.
Right.
So I would wait for it to hit, reject, come down and hit my Keltner and then get back in for the buy. Okay. All right. Any other questions? And I'm gonna start from the basics.
So is that Keltner, is it magnetic, kind of like the EMA? You know how it's almost like the EMA will
Yes. So honestly, Sean, I kind of turn off the top and the bottom because I forgot who used to trade like that in IM, but they used to use that 21.
Right.
The middle Keltner is a 21, basically a 21 EMA.
Oh, okay, I see it now. So you turn your it's like almost like the Ikomochu cloud.
Yes,
Turn it off.
yes,
I'm with
exactly,
you. Okay. I got you.
exactly, exactly, 100%. All right. So let's go to the base. Let's find a good pair. Okay, so I know everybody's like, okay, so what am I actually looking for? You know, I want to go through each thing. Okay. Let's start with the moving average. Okay. So I come to the chart. I took everything off the chart because I want to actually, let's see, moving average. I want to see a good one that's better than this one. Aren't they all? All right, perfect. This is a good one. All right. So if I look at point number one, when I come to the chart, as far as determining what type of trade am I getting in, okay? What type of trade am I getting in? Let me find the 200 moving average. If you want to know how to make it a 200, just come up here, click right here to this pencil, inputs 200, styles. You don't have to change if you don't want to. I put it blue and 5px, okay? Number one, all right. This would be a good time to have that writing thing that I could like maybe put it like right here, point number one, and
Yeah.
change. But number one, where is my 200 EMA? All right, where it is right now, where my 200 EMA is currently, am I looking for buys or sells?
Looking for a sale.
Looking for a sale. My God. Let me see if I can find one. Looking for sales. So basically, what we're doing is we're going to try to catch that retrace. We call it a retrace in the market. Let me see if my Apple Pencil is up to par. So we can break this thing down. Yes, it is. All right. So in a buy trend, okay, can everybody see my screen? Can somebody let me know if they can see my screen?
It went to
Yeah, I
previous
see.
30 days. Yeah, writing it.
Okay, perfect. All right. All right. So um let's say a buy trend. Okay. It go up, it come back, it go up, it come back, it go up. Okay. Let's learn something right quick. The yellow parts where it comes back, okay, these are called impulses. Impulses. Okay, these are impulses. This is when it hits and it shoots up. Okay, and then when it comes, it's a buy trend overall. Correct? It's a buy trend overall. So that's called impulses. It's a buy trend overall. But you'll see right here where it kind of goes into a small sell and then it shoot up. All right, so it buys, buys, then come back for a little bit, then it break through that last high. Now this is basics right here. This back to the basics, but this ain't really Forex, so that's why I didn't go this basic. All right, so it goes back a little bit. We call these red, where it comes back, we call these retracement. Basically, the market is coming back to retrace or to retest an area, retest the price. Retracement, or you can call it a retest. Okay. If you see in a retest, this was a resistance, right? It broke through that. It broke through that previous high, came up, made another resistance, came down, made a support. But if you look to the left, remember we said look left with that zigzag, look left, it was a previous resistance. What is now a support was a previous resistance. And then you go up, it went up, it would come back down, hit, and then take off. So let's see if we can find one that's something like that. A buy trend. All right, here's one perfect. Trend line, get our trend line out. If you see, all right, it impulse, came down, retracement. All right, now, why didn't I count these? Okay, well, if we're talking Forex, okay, it has to actually break below the high, and then break above the high to be considered a retracement. So you see how it went up, stopped, came down, but now this one retraced, but I can't call this an impulse because that impulse didn't break above the last thing. All right, you don't have to know all that right now. Okay, but that's a little extra. All right, impulse, retracement, impulse, retracement. All right, then it's gonna break above. We'll call it another impulse. Right now, it's kind of breaking through. All right, but also while we're here, let's ask this question. My blue line, my blue 200 EMA is below current price, which means I'm looking for what? Buys. Exactly. I'm looking for buys. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next EMA, to the zigzag. What are the zigzags showing me? The zigzag is showing me where price was the highest, or for our strategy, it just shows a support and resistance. Okay, so is this zigzag right here showing me a support or resistance? This one right here. Resistance, support, resistance. What is this one showing me? A resistance or a support? Or what is it about to show me? Support, exactly. But look, if you look to the left, it was a previous what? Resistance. Exactly. So that's that retracement that we're talking about. That impulse retracement. Just like I drew it up. Y'all see when I drew it up, what was once a resistance is now a previous support. What is now a support was a previous resistance. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Which I think this would have been a good entry too. Y'all see that? Well, no, I don't know if yes, right here, right there, boom. That would have been right there. It would have came back, boom. We got that. Now that came down. Now, not only is it a good entry because of that we want to enter on the first touch, not any of these. We want to enter on that first touch, right? Not only was it a good entry because it's the middle Keltner and it's on the retracement, but if you look to the left, we have a whole master candle sitting right there on the line, basically in alignment with where we would have entered. And it's a zone, a beautiful zone. It's hitting a zone at the same time. Look, use that zigzag. Let that zigzag help you. Let that zigzag confirm for you, if this is a good entry or not, okay? All right, so of course we want to look for those master candles in the area, what we talked about last week, but also what is there a zone near, or for this instance, you got two zones. Okay, now, is this a strong zone right here? Not necessarily. Why? Because I don't really have much respecting it yet, right? But with this zone right here, if I look left, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot of, basically a lot that's respecting that one zone. So no worries, we're gonna go to the next one and we're gonna go through these steps again, okay? So first things first, all right, moving average. What are we looking for? Buys or sells? Sales, appreciate that. Okay. All right. Now let's bring up no, don't do it like this. I'm just doing it like this so y'all can see step by step what I'm looking at by the steps. Of course, it's all gonna be on there, but it'll all look like this when you trading. But I'm just going step by step right now, just so you can see my thought pattern, especially when we start live trading. Okay. Now my zigzag. Okay, boom. Not only is this a sell, but I got a good zone loading up right there, right at my middle, right at my 200 EMA. All right. So now let's bring up our Keltner channel. Look what happened. Okay, it broke below, hit it once, rejected, hit it again, rejected, hit it, or it didn't hit it, came back up and hit it again, rejected, came up, hit it again, rejected. Okay, step by step. Okay, probably won't talk about entries too much, or what trades I will enter into, what trades I want as far as in depth, because we are running out of time. I definitely want to give y'all a chance to ask questions, but these right here, I'm just gonna say it like this. For these right here, I kind of stay out of these because right now what price is doing is price is changing from a sell to a buy. Because if you see, price was up under here, which means it was selling this whole time. Now it's about to go into this consolidated phase because the 200 EMA is inside of the Keltner channel. Okay, me and Brian was talking about this earlier. These trades being a little iffy, right? When you try to enter this. So I kind of stay out of these if the 200 is inside the middle Keltner. But hey, you feeling like you can do it, go ahead with your bad self. All right, so this is a good one right here. All right, this is a really good one. So if I see my zone, okay, I do have another zone down here. Let's see if we got good touches on it though. Got a good zone right there. Pretty decent, actually, because you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a lot of touches on that zone. So this is a good zone. Okay. Now this one's gonna be this is a really good zone, right? Because we got 2 zigzags in the same area. All right. Now, honestly, all we need is for it to just come down because it's a buy, right? The 200 MMA is finally clear outside of the Keltner channel. All right, now we wait on it to come down and into that trade for a buy and hope that thing shoot up. All right, let's see. We got let's see what happens. Let's see if it stay. We're gonna actually watch this one play out. I'm gonna do. Let's see. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see if this plays out the way we desire. Now, one thing that I would say, if this was not to play out in our favor, and I can see my computer starting to slow down, if this did not play out in our favor, the reason being would be because of all these wicks that have been in this area, basically forcing price to continue going because there's so much rejection here that when it comes back up, it comes back down because of all this rejection that's in the area, if that makes sense, because wicks equal rejection. So price kept coming down, reject, 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 reject. So when it comes up, what do you think what it's gonna do? It's gonna reject, right? How much time I got left in this trade? 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, Brian said he won. Brian said, I'm getting in.
All right now, Brian.
Been sitting on that one for a while.
Yeah. Okay, so now this one I wouldn't even trade if it came back up to the middle Keltner because it's literally in the sale. And it's probably not coming back up no time soon. Right. We see the blue, right? Let's take this off. First, let's go with the moving average. All right, now we're looking for sales to bring the zigzag up. Man, the last zigzag was way back here. That's a long way. Then there's the Keltner Channel. All right. So let's see if we can I think that's the basics. Okay. Any questions? We got it's about 9:56. If everybody's good, I want everybody to go to I'm not gonna get into a trade, but enter a trade as far as quickly. But I do want to try to get everybody in one so they can see what I'll be looking at. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna break one down before I enter it. Not only based off like tonight we talk about the indicators. Next week I'll talk about exactly what am I looking at as far as the zone within that indicator. I wanted to break down the indicators tonight to let you see how I use the indicators. All right, but I'm gonna give you a little snip of next week. Like I say, y'all ask questions, try to get some one-on-ones with me. I will try my best. Like this one, y'all, I wouldn't enter this one. It's a good setup, right? It's hit the middle Keltner. We don't have a master counter. We don't have a master counter in this area. So, but it looks like an amazing trade, correct? We got the middle Keltner and the 200 MA in this area, right? But if you look at it, it's in a sell trend, and we will be trying to get in it for a buy, which will be trading against the trend. Brian has been trying to teach me for the last month and a half, well, probably about the last since January. Bro, we going against the trend. The stochastic is telling us to buy, and you telling us to sell. And I'm finally listening. Especially with this 200 EMA.
So Trey, I got a quick question, right?
Go ahead.
And I don't know if I'm too far, but either way. So like with this one, if I was getting into a trade, for what we doing, I would have gotten in it on that first sale counter that's going, and once it touched that Keltner, I would have got in. If I'm looking through trades and I come across this, I would just bypass this and just keep going, trying to find another.
As far as being a cautious trader, being a current trader, according to the strategy, yes. You feeling good?
Okay.
Feeling good? Hey, do what you do. But yeah, only because it goes against our. If we're trying to build a strategy that's consistent across the board, I say no. But yeah, that would have been a great win too. That would have been a great win.
Okay.
There's a lot of rejection off of that.
Right.
And honestly, y'all, I really stay away from a lot of these small type trades. I'm gonna do this one just so y'all can see how it moves, y'all. It's like it's no big movement. If it hits this middle Keltner, I'm gonna get in it. I'm trying to see how it moves. but it's also hitting this bottom resistance. I just thought about it. I gotta go to the high school in the morning. Oh. Did y'all see how I just marked up those zones? That zone right there and that zone right there. Now, let me say this. Kind of throwing a wrench in there, but okay, this is the 1 minute, right? So let me go to the hour. All right. Now, if you look at the hour, this zone is right here, right? This zone is gonna be a whole lot stronger. And I like to change my hour stuff to red. So if you see something red on my screen, it's the hour. Okay. Now let's go to the 1 minute. Okay. So it's way up there, so it don't really affect it right now. Doesn't really affect it. And it didn't go back up and hit my middle Keltner either. But as you see, if you look at the zigzag, it is in the sell trend, right? Impulse, retest, impulse, retest, well, that broke. That's a break of structure look like. Break of structure may just mean it broke above or below the last low or high, and it look like it's going to keep going to a sell. I mean, going to a buy, but what it says, I think it's a retest, and then impulse because it broke below the most previous low. Okay, let's see if I can find one that I would actually enter. So these are some too, y'all. For me, if you can't get in on that second entry, don't get in. Okay, unless you know that it's a really good support or you got a really good what's the word, support or resistance. B, you see any?
I'm looking for you now. I put in the chat that Facebook OTC, a picture of what I saw. I had charted it up, and then it was a big win on that one. So I left it in the chat for everybody to kind of see it
All right, can
hitting the
everybody see
middle
my
Keltner.
screen? This is what B just sent me.
I'll kind of talk through it. So my darker zones are my 5 minute, and the green zones are 1 minute. And so you can see we're in resistance. And what I saw there was it was hitting my green, which is inside my 5 minute, which is a strong resistance or top. I knew at this point when it had tested the middle Keltner channel, in the last 10 minutes of the candle. So I knew once it touched that first the middle channel, it was going to buy back up. But my EMA, which is my blue EMA, is underneath, so it's a buy rate. So I knew that one right there had all the indicators for a buy, and then it
Beautiful setup.
Yeah, beautiful setup.
Beautiful setup. So not only did he catch that trade all in his 1 minute, he caught it off his 5 minute zone too. So that's a great point that he said that. So let's look at that right quick. So like let's just say you see something like this, you're like, wow, this is a really strong zone right here. Well, most likely, my computer's starting to run a little slow. Most likely, if you look on the 5 minute, it's probably within a zone or part of a zone. So if you look right here, look right there, boom. That 1 minute zone is a part of a 5 minute zone right there. And then it's probably part of a 15 minute zone, which is stronger than the 1 and the 5, which it is. You see that? So the bigger the time frame, the stronger the zone. So honestly, you might be like, well, Trey, I'm about to start marking up on the 15 and just taking my trades on the 1 minute, that's fine because of course a 1 minute, a 15-minute zone or a 15-minute markup is going to be a lot stronger than the 1 minute. But of course, with the 1 minute, the reason why we do the 1 minute and the 5 minutes so much is because of the quickness of how we're making our money. If we were doing 15 minutes, if we were in trades for 15 minutes, then we would be marking up on the hour or on the 30-minute time frame. But because we're making money in minutes, right? And we're hedging too. So we're doing $1, $5, $11, and then 25, right? We're able to make our money really fast. Where the normal person gets in the trade one time, they lose, and they're trying to make that money back. Where we make if we lose the first one, we get it. Now, if we lose our 4, woo! But that's this weekend was not a good weekend for me as far as losing hedges. But normally I can go at least a day and a half or 2 without losing a hedge. As long as I stick to the strategy. It's when I get to feeling myself and trying to get in trades that's getting it the 3rd time or the 4th time rather than just taking.
Hey Trey,
Go
I don't
ahead.
mean to interrupt you. Go to NZD JPY.
JPY.
This one
Okay.
should be a good one.
Yeah, so this is a sale, right? We got blue. All right, we're looking for sales. All right, let's mark up our zone. How do we mark it up? We click right here at this little tool brush, paintbrush, rectangle. All right, well, all right, we're gonna, first things first, we're gonna put it at the bottom of the zigzag and then the bottom of the candle. From the bottom of it to the bottom of the candle. And look, it lines up right with the middle Keltner. And look what else is right there in the middle. A master candle setup. So this is golden right here. Hopefully my computer messing up a little bit, but let's see. Did it touch it? Boom, in there. All right, so let's go. Let's mark up while that minute is going. Let's mark up. So now, just talking about hedge trading a little bit. All right, so I got in for $2. So my next trade, I'm gonna go ahead and put $4 up here just in case I lose it. All right. Basic market structure. Jesus.
Yes, sir. Right there.
Now, of course, we just made $3.68 in a minute. I'm learning to be more grateful. Where I'm like, man, I should put my whole account on that, man. That I would have.
Glory.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Crap.
Do not do it. Don't do it. All right, let's see. Okay, so if I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, it's above. So shoot, it's coming down. I need to get in for a buy. Okay. Before I was using 200 EMA, I would have got in it. But right now, just for the sake of the strategy, just for the sake of saving my account, would it have been a great trade getting on that first one? Yes. Right. But because that 200 is above, what am I looking for? Sales or buys?
For sale.
Sales.
Like I say, you feeling froggy? Jump. But yeah, I'm excited to be accountable with this compound plan. And okay, like so like these right here. Now these, oh Lord, this is tricky. I'm gonna move this out of the way because I don't really do 15-minute. I only do 5 or 5 or 1 minute when I'm marking up my zones. So this is a pretty decent zone, right? Now, if I were to get into a trade that was against the trend, right? You see how many what's this zones, right? This is a strong zone. I need at least three plus supports to get into a trade like this. But of course, I'm too late, right? Because I would have needed to get in right here, but still. Or if it was a buy, I would need 3+ resistances. All right, let's look for about 2 more. Well, honestly, let me stop and see if anybody has questions.
Go to GBB AUD while we wait for questions. GBP. I'm sorry. AUD.
Look like it's running away from us. We're gonna give it about 2 more candles.
Real quick trade. Where do we get the sheets from? Like I guess the goals or the tracking tracker.
Compound daily. I'll put it in
Compound
the
daily.
chat. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
All right, I just wrote it down.
You got it? Okay.
Thank you.